What's up guys, Paul with Stud Pack. Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, we want to share with you the biggest announcement we've ever made on our channel. Over the last several months, we've been working hard behind the scenes with some of our favorite creators, Adam at Hacksman and the whole crew at Perkins Builder Bros, to bring a game-changing product for all of us hard-working people. What's our new product? I actually have it right here. Muckender Towels, built for the grind and trusted after it. These towels are built to cut through grease, grime, and anything else you throw at it, and they're absolutely safe for the skin.
Well, Paul, biggest announcement ever, and they're upside down, dude.
Oh, dude. Oh, thanks. There you go, guys. Muckender Towels. I love everything about these towels, but probably my number one is how big they are. 12 by 9. You just need one to get the job done.
Yeah, they're huge, and they smell good. There's no fake citrus smell. There's no residue left after, and no microplastics, dude. This stuff feels so good on your face.
Yep, and as we've been using them, what we found, clean our skin first, and then you can use the same towel to clean your tools. And we're going massive with this launch, guys. We're trying to get it into every major retailer in the entire nation, but we need your help.
We're starting with a fan-focused giveaway where you guys get a huge care package of Muckender, and you get to hang out with all the boys here on Zoom.
Zoom, let's go.
Yeah.
So click the link in the description or scan the QR code to sign up for the giveaway.
And guys, we are so excited to meet you, so make sure you enter and hopefully you win.
Excited about Muckenders and excited about our build today? Let's get to work. And guys, this is crazy. We were filming the intro for our Muckender video, and who shows up? Jacob with UPS to deliver us our 3 cases of Muckies right there.
Yeah.
Woo! So he's gonna be one of the very first people to ever get one. Right. There you go, bud.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck. We'll see you. Yep. Take it easy. Yep.
Thanks, man.
Nice. All right, guys, we are really excited about our Muckender product, and we're really excited for the whole Stud Pack crew, all 3 of us, to be back on the job site. Feel like we can amp up our production rate. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna sit right on the roof. Of course we are. You ready, bud?
Get me up there, let's go.
We gotta finish nailing off this side, tape it, and then we got about 7 sheets to hang or to put up on the other side, nail it off, tape it. That's our goal for this morning. Let's get going.
47.5.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, guys. Rad's first day back. You know we got to check him for shiners, man. Okay, we're looking pretty good. Oh, we're looking good. Oh, it's like he was never gone. Nice job, dude.
Thanks, bro.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So I'm so nice to see you. Keep trying to keep it going.
Yes, ma'am.
Tight. Got it, thanks, sir.
Dang. How long we been working for? Like an hour?
Almost done.
We've already got as many sheets up in 1 hour as it took us all day, that one day.
I know you wanted to say me in one day.
No,
know.
because I was cutting and carrying, so.
You were. It was team effort.
3 guys is way more quick than 2 most of the time, huh?
Yeah.
The plywood's talking to us. Oh, there he is. Yo, can you pass that up through here?
I'm surprised you didn't even ask me that.
Nice. I see what you're saying. Nice callback.
Pretty good recall for your old man, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we got this.
You got it.
Nice, dude.
All right, guys, here we go. Time for lunch, but I gotta wash up, so we got our Muckenders here from work to whatever. Let's open that up. And the muck stops here. Absolutely love that. Let's open up this little seal. Nice.
Pulling out of there. First one.
First one. Look at that. It's already taking it off, man. All right, so I got to wash my face. So I'm actually going to do that first before I wash my hands. And I'm just going to use one because they're really big. Look at that thing. Look at that. Man.
I need some of that. I've been sweating up there, dude. Especially in the sun. We're constantly sweating. We're wearing hats, so our foreheads end up breaking out a little bit. So we love to use this Muckender to wipe our foreheads. It's going to stop and end that grime. Get rid of those all those pimples.
All right. Bellies are full, hands are clean. Let's get back to work. Now, Rad's going to hop up there and zip tape that roof, and Jordan and I are going to get up there and reframe that gable end window. Try to do both of them. Remember the one we talked about that was too big? We're going to reframe it smaller. Then we can zip that front gable in. All right, guys, up here in the mechanical closet, Rad is rolling the tape. You can hear him behind me. So all I have to do for this window to resize it is basically build this H shape. So this is the existing window in the truss, and this is our smaller window. A bunch of comments, hey guys, why not just cut these and move this piece down and lower the whole window? We probably could. You're not supposed to cut these trusses, but it's a gable end truss. So number one, I didn't want to modify the truss. And number two, I really wanted a smaller window because that's facing south. This is our mechanical room. The less heat load we can get from the sun in here, the better. So I think that window is going to be perfect, bud.
I think so.
So we're going to go downstairs and build two of these H's because we have one here and then the one upstairs is exactly the same. We're just going to notch the 2x4, screw it right there. It'd be pretty quick. Let's go build these. All right, guys, we've got this window framed in smaller now. If you missed the last video and wondering why we did it, because we were having a crash on the exterior trim of our building with the freeze detail. Freeze, another misspelled word in construction. It's not freeze like a freezer, it's F-R-I-E-Z-E. Pretty important to me. Hey, I'm a poet, and I'll stop. Okay, so this is the freeze. Imagine we have a 12-inch freeze on the outside coming down to this line, and then our casing around the window, we got room for that. Before, as you can see, the window was way up here, and the casing for the window was in the freeze board. It would have been a nightmare to try to trim out. So we just made the window smaller, and that's a good thing up here in the attic where we are. So we didn't film it because we want to make sure our process worked okay. So pretty easy. Just made two boards with a notch. They simply go in there, boom, just like we did right here. And then we got a new top board and a little ripper right here. So we have 2x4 perimeter all the way around. Nice. So we will go ahead and build this one. And then it's going to be a little bit of a challenge putting it in that one. Going to need some scaffolding, a big ladder or something, but that's the process, guys. But now the good news is we can zip this, right? Put the zip up here and then route this smaller window. Good job, guys. I got a thumbs up. Yeah. Now that we've got the windows done, one more thing on our yellow list that we made is to support these 2x6s right here. They span pretty good distance from out there on the plate where we still got to add a little support block all the way up there to the trusses. So we're just going to kind of copy this detail on the trusses to support the two 2x6s that we had to add. First thing I want to do though, I want to make the floor line up right here. So we cut a scrap piece of our Advantech subflooring. Let me tap this in there. That's it. Just going to use some 2.5 inches. I'm not going downstairs to get the quick drive. Oh, dude, we didn't glue it.
Yep. It's going to squeak now.
It'll squeak right here. This is the only spot in the whole house it'll squeak. I think I'm going to put a 2x4 all the way across here on top of this little ledger, all the way to there. I don't know why, but my little voice is telling me that's what I got to do. All right, 60.5. All right, let me go cut that. We'll put it down, and then we'll cut these 2x4s. All right, we got this sill plate in. That's what I'm calling it. So I brought up a couple 2x4s, and all I'm going to do, I'm just going to get them plumb like this. Wow, that's pretty close, huh? And we'll scribe it. Oh, classic. We good?
Yeah.
Scribe it. That's pretty good. right, that'll hold it. And then we'll put a plywood gusset on the side, kind of simulate one of these plates.
Nice job, dude. Oh my gosh.
Rappel action.
Yeah. We actually use that for a harness, is what that is. Oh, that's what that is, dude.
Harness.
Yeah.
Dude, we're done with the roof.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it feels good.
It does feel good. You want to go see what
Yeah, what do you guys
adds
be
up to?
working
Yeah,
on
good.
now?
Let's go check it out.
Woo, guys, it is a hot day and I am parched. It's the perfect time to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Element. Element is a tasty electrolyte drink mix that has everything your body needs to stay hydrated. It contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium, all very important. So everything your body needs and none of the junk that it doesn't need. I'm going for a raspberry salt today, one of my favorites, and also, as I've told you before, watermelon is delicious. They're all wonderful tasting, love them all. All you gotta do, open that little bad boy up, dump it in your water, and I can just give this a couple shakes, and I'm ready to be rehydrated. And it's really important for us to stay hydrated because we work hard and we're sweating all day, but even if you're not sweating all day, it's important that everybody stays hydrated. So Element is a great product for that. And if you want to try them out, they have a great offer right now. They're gonna send you a free 8-count sample pack of their fan favorite flavors with any new order, whether you're a returning customer or even if you're brand new. So you can be ordering Element every week and you're still gonna get that fan favorite sample pack with your order if you use the link below. The link is drinkelement.com/studpack. That's DRINKLMNT/studpack. Check them out. Thanks so much to Element for keeping us hydrated. And thank you so much to sponsoring our video today. We really appreciate that. But let's head back to work.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, what do you think?
That looks great.
Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, so we've been trying to film this clip all morning, guys. But there's been like leaf blowers surrounding us all morning. There was one back there, and then there was one up here. Like, okay, we finally got a break. So this came out really good. So sill plate, that's what I'm calling it. We got it screwed to our trusses, and then on this guy, we got it screwed to the end. We got two little 2x4 studs holding up our rafters. Because this 2x6, pretty long span, so we basically cut it into like 1/3, 2/3. It's way stiffer. And then I didn't have a good solution on how to attach on-edge 2x4 to an on-edge 2x6. There aren't really any. If you try to toenail it, you just split everything to smithereens and then the nails come through. So I just grabbed some of our scrap roof sheathing and made one of my favorite little things, a plywood gusset. I know it's not plywood, but you know what I mean. And I just screwed it on with some 2-inch screws, makes it really strong, makes for a really good connection. You see these all the time in steel construction. I like them in wood construction as well for a situation like this. So that's all done. We can scratch that off the list. That was kind of a minor item to scratch off the list, but I think we just added a major item, Jordan. Let's walk in the bedroom. Just saw the email from our window supplier. And when you get a window quote, there's all kind of notes associated with each window. Really important that you read them because when I read the notes, it says these two windows in the master bedroom may or may not meet local egress requirements. We talked about this at length in our previous video about egress window and how big they need to be. I thought we had it dialed in, but these are too small. So I know in the previous video I said they need to be 5.7 clear area, right, as an egress or an ingress window. But how could I say all that and not frame them to that? Well, the only answer I really have is this. So the original plans called for two windows side by side right here, both of which met the requirements for egress, right? 5.7 each. Then we moved the windows apart to make room for the bed right here. I guess the original plan was for the bed to go here, but that's a great spot for it. We love it. And then when we moved the windows, we didn't adhere to the size that was on the plans. We changed them on the fly. But I should have known that they needed to be at least 35 wide, and that's what they actually have to be. The roof needs to be 35 wide, about 10 inches wider than these to meet egress. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna change the windows. Now, we only have to change one of them. We don't need 2 windows that meet egress. We just need 1. But Jordan wants to do them both so that they look symmetrical from the inside and of course the outside. Now, in this office right here, it meets the requirements for a bedroom. I know it doesn't have a closet, but that's not a thing where we live. It doesn't have to have a framed-in closet. But it's conditioned, it meets a size requirement, and it has a couple of windows, so people could sleep in here. So these windows also have to meet that code. So now we're changing another one, but we're actually changing both because Jordan wants them to look the same from the inside and the outside. He wants to be symmetrical. So we got to do these 4 windows, and we also have to do the one downstairs. We have 5 windows to redo. Now, it's not as bad as it may seem. We can reuse the king and the jack. We just have to make new sills and new headers, and we're either going to stretch it this way or stretch it that way. Probably this way because we don't have a lot of room in the corner, right? So by moving it just one direction, we don't have to remove both kings and both jacks. So we got to get in here with a saw, cut the nails that hold the zip to our structure, move this guy over, new sill, new header, like I said, and probably a couple cripples. And we got to do that 5 times, but we're not going to do it today. We're going to wait till we build the scaffolding out here when we finish this last row of zip.
Yeah, guys, something we've been doing on the job site that's really cool is we've been using ChatGPT for things specifically like this. When we were working on the garage, we had to scour the internet for codes, IRC, specifically where we live, in the county that we live, and sometimes it took us an hour to find like the specific information. So ChatGPT has honestly come in massive clutch on this build because we can ask ChatGPT, hey, in our county, what are the specific code requirements for egress? And it searches the entire internet in 10 seconds and it tells us. And if you're not like a math whiz like Dad, you can even ask it, okay, so here's my rough opening width, here's my rough opening height, and it gives you the square footage calculation for your egress based on those rough openings. It even subtracts, you know, sometimes you have some backer and some sealant in there with some shims. It even accounts for that. It accounts for different types of windows, casement, which is 100% egress, or a slider or double hung, which is half, cuts it in half at 50%. So ChatGPT is just coming in clutch at the job site.
And one thing I noticed about it, Bud, is it sorts out all the information that we don't need. For example, we don't have basements. There's not a basement within, what, 500 miles of us probably?
Yeah.
So we don't have to sort through all the egress information that a basement needs.
Right, because on the code websites, it's not county-based, it's like just
nationwide.
General. Right. So, and then it said you end up sifting through all this information, so when ChatGPT says, oh, you're in Texas, it's going to eliminate all the stuff that's not relevant to Texas. So in 2025, ChatGPT is coming in clutch. So I just wanted to say that. Might help somebody out there.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. All right, guys, so the goal today is to put up, one of the goals is to put up the zip on this gable end nearest the street. Now on all the other gable ends, we put the zip up before we put our lookouts in, and we did the little detail with the router, right, to make all our notches. Was a sweet detail, made it look nice and clean. But the zip was on back order, so we had to do this first. So now we have to notch the zip ahead of time or as we go. It's gonna be a little more difficult, but we have an idea that's gonna make it a little simpler. Now, there's one more detail we gotta figure out before we grab our tool belts. Let me hop up here, Jordan. So the reason this beam is not flush with the wall is because we wanted to support the beam with this 2x6 back here, which is a support for the beam, and it's also our drywall backing, right? So it's really strong, and then we were able to get structural screws through this stud into the beam. But it's gonna make trimming it out a little difficult, especially right here. So I think what I wanna do, we're just gonna pad it out. Boom, now we're flush here. Now we're flush there. The zip on the house will come right across here, and I think we're good. So the very first step, 2x4 there and there. I was looking for some 2x12, didn't have any, and I realized I don't need a 2x12. We're just padding it out, right? So 1, 2, and maybe a piece here. Who knows? Yeah, I think we do need a piece there, right, Jordan? And then we'll start zipping this front gable end. Let's get our tool belts on, get to work.
Sick.
All right, so why do we have to bang all those in? I think it's interesting because we have the nail gun set for zip, right?
Yeah, and we're about to do a ton of that.
Yeah, so we just didn't feel like changing the depth of drive. Is that what it is, Rad?
Yeah. And it's pretty significant difference.
Yeah, you don't want to dial it in again.
Yeah,
so we're just gonna hit those with the hammer, the few that we got to do, and that's the reason, guys.
Who doesn't love swinging a hammer?
That's right.
One more.
Sure.
All right, I guess we got to go do the other end, and that way we're done, and then we start running this first row.
Cool.
Hey, Jordan, while you're right there, why don't you sight down the beam on the front of the porch and tell me where there's a low spot.
Okay.
It's dimensional lumber, so I notice it's not perfectly straight.
Yeah, the low spot is close, the joint closest to me, that first one. That first beam, yep.
Right here.
Yep.
Right, so what I want to do, the zip is 4 feet wide, so I want to pop a line up here, 4 feet above our low spot,
Okay.
and then we'll pop the line. But we want it to be a level line. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my laser, bring it in the mechanical room, and then I'll be able to see the laser on the back side of those because it's in the shade. What do you
Okay.
think? And then we just transfer that line.
So you're gonna make a mark like on the inside, and then we'll just use our square and transfer it out here?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And we'll just pop a line all the way across for our first row. We'll put some nails in there so you can shove the sheet up.
Right.
The nails. So you're not trying to line up to a laser line and nail it off.
Perfect.
All right.
So if we measure to the low point, and then we pop a line and start putting zip up, then our zip is gonna hang down past every other area of that beam.
Yeah, but only a little bit, right? It's either that or find the high point and then have a gap. Because I think what we got to do, this goes back to our building envelope, right? So this is the building envelope, right?
Right.
Our air barrier, our water barrier, because this is a conditioned space. So we basically have to wrap that beam
Oh, with
on the
our air
porch
barrier.
ceiling with zip to
Ah.
bring our air barrier back to the zip on the front wall of the house under the porch, right?
Because the porch extends, because where you're standing extends over the porch.
Correct.
You're in the house, so we have to continue it over the outside, which is the porch.
We have to maintain our air barrier, which is the zip,
Got you.
all the way back. So
Okay, well then when this extends down and we wrap it, we'll just zip tape that. It'll be a nice 90-degree corner.
Correct.
And it'll continue our air barrier, and it'll be a nice 90 for trim.
correct.
Okay.
And if we're hanging down a little bit where our posts are, we'll make sure we pad that out before we put the zip on.
For support.
For support.
Nice. Good thinking.
Sometimes I think ahead.
And sometimes we have windows that we have to redo.
Exactly.
Yep. Hey.
What you gonna do? That's home building, right? All right, where's my mark?
A little lower.
Yeah, lower. And to your left.
Is it helping?
A little bit.
Okay. Okay, I'm perfect distance right here. That's great.
All right, Rad's holding it up against the nails. Jordan's gonna tack it. Boom. One on the other side, and Rad can let go. Done. Nice. Yo, bud, drop that window.
All right, I got it. Yeah.
What? Where'd that thing come from?
What are you talking about?
You got a battery, dude? You guys are what?
You don't even watch our videos?
Where was that thing when I was up there?
We saw how bad you were struggling with the cord, so we got a cordless one after you left.
The next day, I emailed Hannah. I was like, please send Rad a router. And we had like 3 days. It's
No
awesome.
way. Sick.
So-
oh, right on.
So now do you want a route?
No, you can still ride.
Okay.
I just want to speak the name of Jesus. Looks like you need some Muckender there, bud.
Oh, dude, I actually do.
All right, I got you. There you go, dude.
Thank you, brother.
You deserve it.
Thank you. Get all that
Sawdust. out of it.
fiberglass and sawdust off it. It's the fiberglass that I'm worried about.
Yeah. That thing probably does a good job getting rid of that. Oh, nice.
And boom, toss that. Just need one. We're good to go, brother.
Oh,
That was actually awesome.
little shower, little midday shower.
It does feel that way. It does feel that way.
Oh yeah, dude. I also have one more thing for you. One more
Oh,
present. Yeah.
a present?
Yeah, get to work.
Oh,
Get to work.
snap. Oh, snap. Wow. Talking big for somebody who was gone for 3 weeks.
Oh. I'll see you out there in a second.
What'd you say, Dad?
I said I love that smaller window.
It doesn't, it's not weird with the proportions and all that?
It's exactly in proportion.
Really? So you're saying the old one was a little too big, maybe?
I think so. It's almost 5 feet wide up there. It's huge.
Yeah.
For an attic window, yeah.
I can't wait to come down and check it out. All right, guys, me and Rad just waited like 10 minutes for Dad to make this cut, and it is no bueno. It is bad. I had 17 and 5/8 written down here. The measurement from here to here is what the 17 and 5/8 was, and it's actually 17 and, you know, a half. So it's only an eighth off, yeah. But that is more than an eighth here. So we don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, the problem isn't his cutting. It's the fact that the space we need is bigger than a 4-foot board anyway.
Yeah, I think the roof is at a deeper angle. It kind of tapers up. So
angle changes a bit.
This is just one of those problems that just happens all the time, and we have to figure out how to fix it because we don't have extra sheets. The sun is baking us right here on the south side of the house. So we want to go fast, but we want to be effective. So what we did was we just slid it over a little bit. So we're okay with that gap in between the lookout and the zip. Dad's gonna cut us a little strip for this.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna fill it in, nail it, tape it. It'll be fine.
Like a big puzzle.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Easy.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna route this so you can get the ladder through the window.
Yeah.
All right. Oh! Oh my gosh.
That scared me. Nice.
Dad.
Ladder coming in hot.
Dad. What?
Is that what we're doing?
What do you mean?
You videoed the strip up there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We gotta show everything on this channel.
That's a tough cut to make when you're 20 feet in the air.
You were on the ground. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, you got to measure it.
Right.
And then, well, we didn't want to redo it, hand the sheet back down.
Right.
It's easier to fix it than it is to redo it. All right, head it down.
Well, don't get used to that mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
So all day we've just been giving you the height, but you've been coming to us and having the angle perfect. How do you do that?
Well, I've been using the scraps like this angle. So that's one of my first drops. So I'm kind of using that as like a giant protractor.
Oh, really?
I know this angle is right, so I just use it to make all the rest.
You're just holding that scrap up against your tiny little piece?
Yeah, I didn't do it on this one, but on the bigger ones, that's what I was doing.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. How was that first one?
Absolutely perfect.
All right, here's the last piece. Little tosser. All right.
Yeah, we don't want to walk upstairs. It's the end of the day.
Let's throw it.
Why not?
Woo! All right. Nice catch. Terrible throw. Come on, let's go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Doesn't the window look great?
It looks good.
Yeah, it's perfect, right? Right? And that'll have board and batten on it with a big freeze and a big band board on it. So last step on this gable end, we're gonna rip a bunch of strips of some scrap zip, 3 3/8, and fill in right there. Shouldn't be too bad.
No.
And all those should be the same.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Should
by
be.
3 3/8 by 22 3/8. Let's see what it comes out as.
I like it.
All right, gang, on the front of the house, just finishing up all the details. So we flashed our window, and this is kind of how we like to do it. Piece of stretch tape, one continuous piece on the sill. It wraps up the side about 3 inches, and then we stretch it all the way down. It's like that on the other side as well. And then we cover our raw edges here with regular zip tape, corners with zip tape, top with zip tape, and then we come back on top of our stretch tape with another piece so the entire sill is protected, and that's bulletproof, and we absolutely love that. What are you doing, brother?
Yeah, so you may notice I'm using through the roof and not Lexel. What the heck? Why are we using through the roof and not Lexel? Well, it's still by Sashco, but through the roof is actually better for UV resistance. So on these hot Texas days, when we noticed when we were using Lexel that it was dripping down, it was constant fight. So through the roof, check this out. Nice clean bead, no drip. We love this stuff.
This is the product to use when it gets hot.
Heck yeah, we love it.
All right, guys, awesome video. We got a lot done. Love seeing the front gable end come together. Rad's finishing up the final details with the zip tape and the sealant so we get a great blower door test. Hopefully we do better than on the garage. We'll have to see when we do that final blower door test. Really excited about the build, really excited about our new product. Caleb, throw it in here, bud. There we go, Muckender's collab with Hacksman and Perkins Builder Bros. Really excited about this, guys. It's gonna be awesome for us. If you want to support the channel, check the link below, grab you some Muckender towels. You're gonna love them as much as we do. Thanks for all the support. We'll see you right back here on our very next Stud Pack video.